on in. Come on in. Come on in. Now come on in. Now come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey, everybody. What's going on? So, apparently, today has been a day that people have felt like arguing about things I find to be very common sense like. I'm a very logical person, right? I can understand both sides of most things, you guys. I really can. But when it comes to some things, I feel like we just need to admit that a lot of y'all are, and we all have the times when we're like this, me, myself included. But when it comes to politics, when it comes to things that actually affect your life on a day-to-day basis, a lot of y'all have no idea what you are talking about. And so what you do is refer to people who you feel know what they're talking about. And you dictate whether that person seems to know what they're talking about based on if they repeat something, if they are male, if they identify with anything that you feel you've been taught in this life to follow without real question, which is what a lot of y'all have been taught. I was watching the Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon documentary yesterday. I binge watched it all day. And what was so prevalent to me while watching this documentary is how many of y'all have loyalty and undying allegiance to people that not only harm you, but that tell you they're going to harm you right in front of your damn face. And you would rather go and fight on their behalf about some loyalty. You would rather do that than care more about your own self-interest. The people you follow only care about their self-interest. They don't really care about you or what they're promoting to care about. I have said it in my life before, and I'm going to tell y'all again. Dr. Umar does not care about Black people. Shout out to Kanye. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't, baby. He doesn't. And for everybody in my comments that wanted to say that he's not arguing about who we should vote for, he's saying that neither side is good for us. I would then like to ask you, if he's telling you that because neither blue or red actually helps you in any way, you should then stick your head in the sand and not worry about it. That's what he's telling you to do, correct? Correct? So then why is he then turning around and saying that Black men need to go to the courthouse so that they can get some laws put in place to protect Black men specifically from being affected by child support? Now, mind you, there are already caps on child support. It's 40%. That's the cap. That's the most anybody can get from your paycheck is 40%. There's already a cap. But because a lot of y'all do not know anything but how y'all feel, you have no real information whatsoever. You never paid attention in school when it came to political science or civics class or any of these things. So you really don't know what you're talking about. But because for some reason, Dr. Umar, who I don't believe is actually really a doctor, but whatever, will say something that piques you emotionally. It gets your emotions going. You're either enthralled or upset. This is what I learned about Vince McMahon. I can sell you a complete and utter lie, but as long as I'm getting you emotionally invested, I've won. Even if it's getting you emotionally invested so that I can have you cut off your nose to spite your face, Black men. Because I said this in one of my previous lives, but I'm gonna break this down for y'all before we really get into everything. When I say Dr. Umar Johnson is not pro-Black, this is what I mean. He specifically said up out of his mouth in the same interview that has gone viral for I don't know what reason other than to upset everybody. But in the interview, he says we should get a cap on how much women can get from celebrity men when it comes to child support. Meaning, let me give you the scenario. Meaning that there should be a cap on how much money Tyrese's ex-wives can get from him as it pertains to how much it is to raise their child. Now, the law has already put it in place that it's a certain percentage of how much you make. Meaning that you should still have 60% of your check that is just for you. But 40% is going to go to this woman and these children that you just, created a family with. That's generally how it's going to go if y'all are going to part ways. You still have to be responsible. Now, here's the thing. You shouldn't have a problem with that if it's about providing and protecting Black women. Then that shouldn't be a problem for you. But it is a problem for you. And you inflate facts. And you shell out misinformation to convince people that women are out there getting so much in child support. I can literally tell y'all a story about how Tyrese makes $250,000 a year and his ex-wife is asking for 10. Y'all will still get y'all asses on the internet and act as if what Dr. Umar is saying is true when it's really not. So then let's break it down. If this man who says he cares about the Black community, who is the Black community? Can y'all comment and let me know who the Black community is? Let me know. Is that men, women, and children, or is that just men? Because if we're talking about the women and children, I need to understand why what's on your mind is to cap women and children from receiving the same lifestyle that the father is accustomed to. How is the community who is everybody supposed to rise if the children and the women don't benefit off of the money that the Black man in this patriarchal system is making? How is the Black community, which encompasses the children and the women, how are they benefiting off of that mindset? Can y'all comment down below and tell me, Black women? Because it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all Black women that are in the comments arguing with me on behalf of this hotep Black man that wants to make sure you can never get as much as that Black man can get. Please talk to me, ma'am. Tell me how that's pro-Black. Tell me how it helps the community, girl. We won't even go to the brass tacks of where is the school, Dr. Umar, that you always asking for money about. Talk to me, people, because there was a lot of y'all that wanted to write so many paragraphs. I had one woman in my comments talking about Dr. Fauci. Ma'am, you can go and have that vaccination argument with somebody else. I don't care what you do with your body. I actually feel like you should have a right to deny any type. If you don't want any type of vaccination, I feel like you have every right to control your body and decide you're not going to do that. But guess what? In order to protect the people around you from what you've decided, they have every right to tell you, you can't come in here without a mask. You can make your decision. Your decision then leads to you having to be on the outskirts because you're actually putting people at risk. Y'all was mad about that. That's not even a conversation no more. We're not even going to get into the fact that because so many people did go and get that we're now able to walk around and be around each other and not have to have this 6 foot difference anymore. Y'all can act like that's not because of every, for the most part, all of us going and getting it. Y'all can act like that's not what that's about. You go ahead and do that. I'm not about to argue with you about it because I really don't care. Because that's a 2020, 2022 conversation. In 2024, I'm talking about immunity for police officers that harm innocent people. That's what y'all supposed to care about, Black people, Umar. And then y'all act as if his attack on Kamala is not because he is mad she's with a white man. Black lady, you want to be in the comments arguing with me about her being Indian. Guess what? Dr. Umar sees her as a light-skinned Black lady that he's mad is not married to a brother. Yeah. You arguing with me about Kamala being a scammer? Ma'am, what is your other option? You're either going to not participate at all or you're going to go on the other side. That's what you're going to do. And if that's what you want to do, please do me a favor and do not get your ass on the internet writing misinformation in my comments so that you can convince more people to not be a part of this process. All for you to then turn around and complain when your ass is the first one that gets hit with a consequence for this mentality that y'all have. And then you have the audacity to think that your inaction is something revolutionary. Your inaction is not revolutionary. Do you know what was revolutionary? The black men who were involved in politics in the 60s and 70s, even though they were being threatened with death too. Dr. Umar was trying to fearmonger y'all and tell y'all that there's going to be a civil war if the other side doesn't win. What's that supposed to convince you to do? Either do one or two things. Vote for the other side or don't play a part in it at all. It's the same thing. And that mentality that y'all have is not new. It's not revolutionary. What was revolutionary is the men that I grew up around, my dad, my paran, my people that was actually involved in the political process and got the people that they wanted to get in these offices so that the people in New Orleans and surrounding areas could be a little bit better taken care of. Please don't get me wrong. Everybody's dirty at this point. But if y'all gonna act as if it did not make a huge difference in our quality of life in New Orleans, the fact that not only black people, but passant blanc, you know, the ones that are really multicultural, biracial, who so many of y'all want to say they're not black, their belief in their blackness is why a lot of us were able to get rights, because they're the ones that were able to actually get into politics, the Moriels, if you will. And this is New Orleans shit. Miss Nola native. These very people who y'all would deem not black enough are the reason why black people were able to infiltrate in the politics in New Orleans, which is why a lot of us lived better. A lot of us had nice lives and knew the right people and could get into good schools and get good jobs down to the courthouse and all of this. Do you know why? Because our people were a part of this process and knew what was going on. That's why. So because I actually grew up watching that take place, watching my dad go and shake hands and get in good with people so we would have an easier time at it during hurricane season. And don't even get me started, because we're going to get into it with what was going on with this storm. I worked in the news business for 8 years. And the tail end of that was in Trump's era. You don't know enough to have these arguments with me in no damn comments. A lot of y'all, you have not paid attention enough for you to be in my comments arguing with me about the dumpster. WhatsApp, if you will. Shout out to Roxanne. So again, if you don't want to be involved in the political process, please, by all means, live your life and focus on what's important for you. But don't you get your ill-informed ignorance in my comments spreading misinformation so that you can feel like there are more people sticking their head in the sand like you, so you won't feel guilty about your inaction. Now, again, do what you want to do, but don't come talking to me about it. Do what you want to do, baby. Don't come talking to me about it. I said what I said. Umar does not care about black people. He is a performer. And you are allowing somebody who can perform but don't really, because to me, can y'all answer this question for me? Why is he not involved in politics? Why is he not running for everything? Why are you not involved? You talk a lot. Why are you not involved? And then y'all gonna tell me about what he's done for black people. You can't tell me nothing that he's done for black people. Let me tell you something. I help the black people around me. First of all, I help the black people around me. I help the black people around me. I help it whenever I feel the need to. I'll extend myself if I can and if I want to. My prerogative. But essentially, me telling the truth, that's my act of service. Telling the truth. Being one of the people in the classroom that was actually paying attention so they kind of understand it. Now, baby, I can't count. I'm not a math scholar or a science scholar, bitch. I'm not going to pretend to be. But when it comes to history, when it comes to politics, when it comes to words, when it comes to people, that is where I excel. So trust me. I see Dr. Umar. Just like I see Candace Owens. I see you. And you disingenuous. You fake. Because you say stuff up here that you don't believe. I don't say nothing up here that I don't believe. I don't get up here and pump fake for nobody. I don't pretend for nobody. If I was wrong, I was wrong. This ain't one of them times. This ain't one of them times. This ain't one of them times. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to get that off my chest. Y'all got me up. Ooh, got me up. Not today. Up. Ooh, just got me up. Oh, we gonna talk about some other stuff that's gonna piss y'all off too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be making y'all real mad today. So I hope everybody's ready. I hope everybody's got their snacks and they're excited. Since we were talking about the politics, and I would like to just go ahead and scoot that up. Because everybody was like, the inflation. Girl, please go study civics before you have conversations with me about what presidents have done what and when things actually take an effect versus when they're written in versus when the person is actually in presidency. The only reason you was able to see how much of the things that Obama did that actually were in some ways good or bad is because he was in for 8 years. So when the things he did in the previous 2, 3, 4 years came about, he was still the president. But when somebody gets into office and enacts certain things, it takes a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 years before whatever they did comes into play. So the fact that y'all think our economy and our inflation is solely on the shoulders of the Biden administration, you are sadly mistaken. You are completely ignoring all of the other factors to suit your narrative. I can agree with you that I don't like some of the things that the blue side is doing and how they ignore us and act like they care until election season is over and then we don't hear from them. I was still mad about Kamala's comments about this country not being innately or inherently racist. Oh, I have a lot to say that I don't agree with, but can you back the fuck up and look at the larger picture for a second? Can you back up and look at the larger picture for a second? Because I can tell you the group of people that can never look at what's best for most people, which is what should be on everybody's mind. What is the best for most of us while helping those of us that are disenfranchised by being in the minority? Like right here. And I can tell you about this because I remember when raggedy ass Bobby Jindal refused aid for New Orleans, for Louisiana. I remember when raggedy ass Bobby Jindal, also a Republican and an Indian man, masquerading as white, okay? I remember when he got rid of Charity Hospital and all of the other the aid that was going to the mentally ill people, all of the hospitals that were open at the time for people that had mental illnesses. Oh, he depleted the budget for that. So they stopped getting the money. So all those hospitals closed down. And now you got all of these people homeless and mentally disturbed that are just out on the street because they're no longer anywhere for them to go because Bobby Jindal decided we didn't need the third floor, a charity hospital. Holla at me, New Orleans people, if you know what I mean. NOLA native. So when this story pops up, I'm like, damn, that sounds familiar. Once again, this is somebody that is a Republican that's MAGA. Because every Republican is not MAGA. And I will take an old school Mitt Romney. My God, can we go back to that? I'll take a Republican like that before I deal with Cheeto anymore. Y'all are wildin'.
We're learning that DeSantis refused to take a call from Vice President Harris specifically around Hurricane Milton. Can you just talk about that and any communication around this new hurricane?
Look, that is something for the governor to speak to himself. If you have the president and you have the vice president reaching out to offer up assistance provided to your constituents, the people who live in your state, to make sure we are doing everything that we need to do from federal response, and we're reaching out, offering our support, that's for the governor. The governor, it's up to him if he wants to respond to us or not.
We're learning that DeSantis refused.
So basically, this is the news people letting you guys know, any of y'all that don't watch the news, but y'all gonna want to be in my comments talking about what the red side is doing versus what the blue side is doing. So Biden's administration, Kamala included, are trying to get in contact with Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, to offer aid. Something tells me DeSantis doesn't want the aid because he doesn't want it from y'all, right? I don't want y'all help because then y'all might try to make me do something else. Sir, your constituents gonna need the help. So he's gonna let you everyday people, he's gonna let y'all suffer to prove a point when it comes to his political feelings. If you feel like that, there's no difference in that, you feel like it doesn't matter. When it all comes down to it, if you'd have had somebody that was a Democrat in office that when they got that call, they was like, absolutely, we need the funding, send as much as you can. And now y'all are getting, you know, the aid that y'all need. Y'all are getting the food stamps that y'all may need. You're going to act like that doesn't matter, right? Voting either way doesn't matter. Is that correct? It seems like it matters to Florida right now. It seems like if somebody else might have been in that seat besides MAGA face ass Ron DeSantis, maybe the aid would be easier to receive. Maybe y'all lives will be a little bit easier, but oh no, let's continue to vote against our own self-interest because we don't know the difference between somebody that only cares about a certain tax bracket using all of these irrelevant factors to make you mad at Kamala. She's a scammer. but y'all don't need the aid. Right. What about the way he handled, what was it, Puerto Rico, when they had that hurricane that ruined all of that? Nobody helped them people. Nobody helped. That would normally be a us thing, since we're the major country that's right in contact with them, and we often go there for vacations and shit. Yes, please keep telling me how it don't matter whether you vote red or blue. It don't matter. It don't matter. Does it not matter, or are you ill-informed and uneducated on the matter? Tell me, which one is it? Because y'all done pissed me off. I don't need to tell y'all that, to me, at the end of the day, some things matter and some things don't. My quality of life and the quality of life of the people around me matters to me. It may not matter to you, but it matters to me. I feel like, first, do no harm. I feel like at the most, you need to be trying to do no harm. And a lot of y'all have no idea how your rhetoric and your fucked up mindsets do major harm. Major harm. Major harm. Me keep saying shit 3 times. Maybe you'll think I'm as smart as that dumb girl. Updates. So apparently, Kelsey Nicole was just being a clout chaser. Kelsey Nicole, I love you more. Y'all, we talked last week about the fact that Nicki Minaj has some little tennis shoes, right? They look like the what's the shoes we talking about, the Sauconys? Girl, they look like somebody else's shoes. Okay, but either way, we thought that this was like a ad, like a real ad. Girl, Nicki came out and said, "Girl, no." She posted a photo in my sneakers. Me nor my company knew anything about it until she posted it. So she did what many people did when they received my sneakers. They posted a photo in them. So did she buy them or did she receive them? So you sent them to her. Kelsey Def went all the way out with this professional looking backdrop though. But she is in no way professionally connected to my sneaker brand. And I'm like, okay, but you still sent her the shoes. But you still send her the shoes. I don't understand. Girl, either way, I feel like this is like it's like this is why you should just not even do stupid shit. Like, right? Like, why you even do that lame ass shit? Y'all, this is lip fat oil from NYX, y'all. I swear by it. Jesus. This is and so why would you even do this, girl? Why would you even do this? It's giving you was doing it in hopes it would bother Megan and her fans or some shit. And Nicki came out and said, "Girl, I didn't ask her to do that. She doesn't work for me. I'm not paying her. So nobody expect a paycheck from me." Oh, girl. Kelsey, you look cute though. The fact that you just went and did a photo shoot, girl. So you mean to tell me you brought a bike down by the trains to pose and do this photo shoot for some shoes and you're not even gonna make no money off of it? Did you have to pay somebody to shoot you? So you're not even an affiliate? I mean, I guess, girl. I guess. I'm not about to listen. People love to do photo shoots. I'm not about to be mad at you. But it definitely feels like you was trying to be spiteful. And Nicki turned around and said, "Girl, not too much." Nicki turned around and said, "Not too much." Okay, listen. It's giving thirst and Steve. And since we're talking about Nicki's debt to a security guard who sued her and her husband, Kenneth Petty, for assault has reportedly swelled more over $20,000. Okay. If you recall, the plaintiff was awarded $500,000, okay, in a default judgment after alleging the rap star incited Petty to attack him during one of her shows in Germany in 2019. As we recently covered, the plaintiff submitted a complaint against Mirage and Petty last month, arguing the court to get involved, and he still hadn't received any of the settlement money. It does not appear that the couple has responded to any of the court's motions at this time. Wow. I wonder what's going to happen with this. I heard they broke that man back. Like the fight that they got into, like ended up like breaking that man back. Girl, I don't know. It's a default judgment. So it low-key felt like if y'all didn't get him the money by now, y'all might not be able to get him the money. At the most, they might be able to put him on a payment plan, but y'all stay getting sued for shit. Be safe out here, y'all. Okay, be safe out here because y'all keep getting sued. All right, so then, girl, over the weekend, y'all make people news that I really don't care about. Okay, let me do this because I don't want... Okay, so basically, Safaree is clearing the air after making waves at Nicki Minaj's Miami concert on Sunday during her Pink Friday 2 tour. All right, she looked good in a lot of these, like, costumes that she has on. She looks good. She looks really good. Bob, love the bob. In viral clips from the night, Safaree was spotted hype dancing and rapping along. Hold up, let's go there. Rapping along to Nicki Minaj's biggest hits. His unexpected presence likely caught concert goers off guard, given his past as Nicki's ex and their public split in 2014. The rapper and the reality star was also seen being escorted out by security midway through the concert as fans surrounded him, capturing the moment on their phones. Following the show, Safaree quickly addressed the chatter on social media where many questioned his attendance at the concert. He made it clear he's still a fan of Nicki, taking to X to write, I'm proud, no cap. A lot of y'all would never understand, but there is no malice. I'm proud. He also addressed rumors on Instagram, clarifying he left the show on his own terms with his security. That was all my security. Me and my jean vest left in peace on our own. Y'all reaching. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj added to the excitement of the Miami show with the tweet of her own. Yo, Miami won. Y'all, I'm cackling so loud. Okay, so he's doing the most. So were they what were they are they like proud or happy he's getting escorted out? Is that what's happening? Oh my god, yeah, this is so messy and so corny. Let's see what he say.
Hello. Today is October 6th, Sunday, and I'm gonna get right to it. I've been hearing like great things, rave reviews about, the Gag City tour, and I'm like, you know what? I should go. I should go to the Gag City tour and just enjoy it like everybody else. What the hell? Why do I gotta be left out? Why can't I go? I can go. I will go. And I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I don't think it would be right. I think I would be doing this world a disservice if I didn't wear something that is stuck with me for years. I did it once, and
the vest. He wore the vest.
I'm gonna do it again. Remember, I was doing something, and even till this day, people, I don't know, they think they're bullying me, but you're not. And I am going to wear a jean vest to the Gag City tour.
You wore a jean vest.
You wore a jean vest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Referee.
I presume to you the jean vest. It's a full circle moment right now. You got my heartbeat running away.
Sit the fuck down, bitch. You in timeout.
I hear the mumbling. I hear the cackling. Are you scared? Shook? Panicking? Done. London, the sun done, the London, came up, but we still in the London. Competition, why? Yes, I would love some. Yeah. Y'all want to be making fun of me talking about you didn't know I was roboting back then? You know.
You are over, you ain't in range of us. The 1111 angel numbers. Dashes.
Yeah, we can have no music playing. This is hilarious. It's definitely giving sucker nigga shit though. Like, just think about it if you was Nicki. And your ex-man is literally in the nosebleeds, going ham in a jean vest, trying to commemorate back when y'all was together, back when he still had, a certain amount of clout. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I was in a section with him, I would have been crying laughing. I would have been crying laughing if I was in the section. I would have enjoyed that. If I would have felt like I got way more bang for my buck if I was in this section with this nigga doing all of this. He's performing. Wait, hold on. What did he say?
Wow. What a night. I'm not gonna lie. It was like one of those full circle moments, watching the Gag City tour. It was just like a proud feeling. Like, I know there's a lot of people, they're like, they just hate me and they just don't agree and they really don't even really like
don't care,
have a legit reason to, but yo, I'm happy. I'm happy for Nicki. I'm proud. We don't have to be friends. We don't got to be cool, but I just know how I feel about everything that is going on with her life, where she's at. And, I just really feel like just happy and proud, And I know some people are like, oh, they don't care if you're happy. Hello. Today is October 6th. Sunday, and I'm gonna get right to it. I've been hearing great things, rave reviews about.
Okay, we don't care if you're happy. That shit is hilarious. Okay, before we move on, everybody make sure that you are signed up on resetbydesignwellness.com so that you can become a part of the click. Okay, because we are going to Bali. Okay, and you guys can go to the Bali retreat too, and sign up if you want to come or whatever. July 15th through the 22nd. Okay, come relax, relate, release. Okay, if you need to be around a cool group of chicks on some luxurious type situations with some real good food, and you don't have to plan a thing, girl, and you could pay with a firm, and you could take your time, girl. This is Ty and Sakina. They are the owners, okay? And now we have Tiffany involved as one of the life coaches. She will be a part of it moving forward. But these are my girls right here, okay? So my people, we had an amazing time on both of our trips. Y'all know we've gone to Ghana, and this year we went to Phuket, Thailand. So if y'all want to be involved, like I said, if you want to become a part of the click, then go ahead to Reset by Design Wellness and get into it. Get into it, girl. That's what we need for y'all to do. And also go to the Instagram page and sign what they call the okay, sign up, girl. Do that for all of us. All right. So let's move on. Girl, we have to go here. We have to go here because even though we're done talking about Safaree's version portion of this, girl. Y'all, why Nicki brought that man on stage and he's sitting up there looking like Michael Myers, that is, not the comedian, looking like Jason. Like Nicki Minaj is on stage. That's why I tell y'all she was looking good. I thought a lot of her looks were really good. Also, however, I feel like she's always trying to sing, and y'all know how I feel about that. But she looks really good. Her stage is nice. I love that. That's really pretty. Oh, come on, legs. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Please don't fall. The way I would be on stage in flats, I don't give a shit. Y'all came here to see me perform. I'm about to be comfortable. You ain't about to have me falling off stage during can you keep up? Baby boy, let me lose my breath. Like, no, we not doing that here. Okay. I know she talking, but I'm trying to get to the part where she was dancing on that man and it was flicked it. It was real stiff. I'm mad. Damn. I thought I had it. But I still feel like, Nicki, listen, tell him he need to touch on you or something. Like touch on you, rub on you or something. He wasn't rubbing and touching on nothing, y'all. Like he was just sitting there and it was giving, it was giving Jason. It was definitely giving like somebody might get harmed, girl. It was scary. Hold on, let me see if I could find if they posted it somewhere else. But we could find them her dancing on that man like that. Make that ass clap, make it slap. Bitch, it's all there. Ass everywhere. It's all there. Nah. Damn. Who else will post it? On site? On site probably will post it. On site. Hold up. Let me see. Just because I won't laugh. For no other real reason. Just because I want to laugh. Okay, I don't see it. Because it was from Sunday. Oh, Lord. I really want y'all to be safe with this hurricane coming. I do. I really want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to be careful. Y'all, they really be on there fighting on them baddie shows. Like y'all might as well have become wrestlers. Oh, and while we looking, if y'all did not see Mr. McMahon on Netflix and you have Netflix, girl, please go watch it. It's so good. It's such a good documentary. And it really showcases the way people have, just a loyalty and an allegiance to monsters and people that really don't care about them or their best interests. Okay, here you go, girl. Girl, it's giving grandma had the way she pulled her leg up, it was giving stretch. Girl, she look cute. Come on. I love the wig and the boots and the it's just giving real good glossy witchy vibes. I love it. Look at him. Why is guy like you can tell niggas that go in the strip club, I gotta keep my hands to myself. I ain't touch her or nothing. Like I would at least touch her right there. Why your hands ain't moved, sir? This nigga definitely giving it's giving killer. Okay. Like it's absolutely giving, you know what I'm saying? Michael Myers, Jason, maybe Jason versus Michael Myers, bitch. Like Freddy versus Jason, bitch. It's it's very, yes, stiff, awkward. Where word reads. Like, why he ain't like, do you know how hard it is for me not, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know what I mean? When she got out, I'd be like, psh, I'd have been great. Like, how you not grabbing on her? Like, why you not touching on her? Like, I would have been grabbing and touching. She would have had to be mad. Okay, listen, that's just me though. That's just me though. That's not y'all. That's just me. Okay, so let's go back to my let's talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I know y'all think I might want to talk about this because mine is denying dating Amber Rose. I really want to talk about it because I keep seeing a post of you winning and he's receding. You continue to heal, well, you healing and he's receding because his hairline is disappearing because he was an ain't shit nigga, and now his whole shit is disappearing into the atmosphere, and you still, you know, beautiful and percolating and moisturized and everything. Meanwhile, we can see his scalp from all the way over here in 720p, not 1080, 720p, bitch. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't. I don't believe you, sir. I don't. Because in all honesty, like if you're gonna be hanging around her and you cool with her, how are you not smashing? I feel like it's in both of their best interests politically to act as if they not hunching. Okay. That's all I had to say about that. His hairline is so worrisome to me. Like, what happened? What happened, sir? What are you going through? Where do I want to go next? Let's go here. Okay. So because of the Diddy situation, y'all know how y'all keep saying, who's gonna be next? And I'm like, can we focus on who's right now though? Because there are a lot of cases coming out and y'all acting like because there's so many people coming out, this can't possibly be all true. It can't be all of these people. It's like, it can't. It can't. Why you say that? What make you believe that? If somebody got 30 years, basically from 1991 until 2024, basically, if they had all of this time to harm people and get away with it, as we saw them doing, can you explain to me why it wouldn't be a lot of people over the course of that time frame? It's a long time. And this is somebody that has flown freely across the water and back. Okay, bad boy, baby. In a different city every day if you want to be. Take that, take that. So can you explain to me why it wouldn't be a lot of people? And y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but my favorite rapper is the Notorious B.I.G. It's Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, Big Crit, Juvenile, Lil Wayne, Black Thought. Okay, these are the people. These are the people for me, right? And that's the men. That's not even adding, you know, Lil Kim, Eve. You know, I like Foxy, but she didn't make enough music for me. That's why I don't like when y'all compare her to Lil Kim as of now, because I feel like, ma'am, when was your last song? Yeah, you can't be compared to Kim anymore. You could have been compared to Kim in the 90s, back when y'all was still going track for track. But essentially, like 20 years later, and Lil Kim has, you know, consistently made music throughout these decades, girl. We can't really have this conversation if we being honest. We can't really have this conversation if we being honest, okay? Let there be Eve, Jesus, okay? But Foxy has come out to let y'all know y'all gonna stop trying to use her against Jay-Z. Y'all need to let it go, okay? Foxy Brown blast reports that she's going to expose Jay-Z. Y'all want me to hate Hove so bad, okay? So bad, okay? She says, my story will shock you to your core. I do not play victim, but I had to step away from my sanity or I would have been dead. Before the rumor could go too far, Foxy Brown shut it down on her Instagram story. She posted the text messages and wrote, or the text message and wrote, "Stop playing with my name dying for a comment. Can't spin me with the sucker shit to take Hove down. Better ask about the cloth I'm cut from." Okay? So what that sound like to me is you do feel like people want to take Jay-Z down. You feel like that. And you feel like I'm not about to be a part of that because the cloth I'm cut from, we don't snitch. So he did some shit, but you just not going to be the one to tell us. I got it. That's cool. She also addressed a fan who told her to be careful if she speaks out about Jay-Z. Foxy replied, "Y'all want me to be anti-Hove so bad. Fuck out of here. Post that." That's what she said. I feel like this is one of those times where it's very weird that y'all are trying to focus on Jay-Z. We're still talking about Diddy, babe. We're still talking about Diddy, babe. We're still here. We're still at Sean Combs' address. Can we wait? I feel like we have time. We have time. Sit back. Just wait. If nothing has come out, please calm yourself. Calm yourself. Record executive Sean Diddy Combs is reportedly still a very powerful man while behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York City. As covered, Diddy's already been denied bond twice. He is facing charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation for purposes of prostitution. Oh, yeah. And for everybody that's acting like, oh, they only do it with black men. Lil Scrappy. No, baby. Y'all just don't. I keep telling y'all are not in white people news, so you don't know. Girl, Vince McMahon is under investigation for the same shit. Mr. WWE, all y'all wrestling fans out there who know who Vince McMahon is, yes, he's currently being investigated for the same shit. He's a Caucasian man. And I would like to tell y'all to please go and watch that documentary, because when I tell y'all the similarities between hip-hop and the wrestling federation, girl, similarities are insane. Similarities are insane. The more you know, ho, the more you know. Okay? So, despite being jailed, a source alluded to people that due to the amount of power he has, alleged victims of Diddy still have great reason to be concerned. He's so powerful. Everyone was afraid to cross him. Even though he's behind bars now, he's still so powerful. We all knew it. Even back then, they continued. So stop asking us why people didn't come out. Stop asking us why they wait. Stop asking us those questions when the people around him are saying it's because he is dangerous. Everyone always chalked it up to being a creative genius when it came to his obsession with controlling things. Child, when he was talking about the temperature in the room because it affects the way the alcohol processes through your body, that's when I really started to understand. This is a dangerous nigga. And that's why I'm going to tell y'all, that's a sign of somebody that you need to make sure. Women, I know y'all, a lot of y'all will find a good black man, Savannah girl. And if he pays attention to detail, doing all kind of stuff that you like, little bitty, just paying attention, you'll think that's a good thing. I've been there. You will think it's a good thing. Then they use those powers against you. And you find out it's okay for these niggas to be a little dumb. Okay? Because this amount of effort is scary for a man. Because when they decide to flip it on you, girl. Anyway, he's incredibly smart. He knows a lot of people and he's helped a lot of people. So a lot of people owe him. He knows that. And that's another thing. For everybody that has a positive story about these people and somebody else has a terrible story about them, understand anytime they did something good, they had it in their mind that this person is going to give their account of me. They're going to argue on my behalf. He was so nice to me. That's what happened in that Vince McMahon documentary. Was it Bruce? Little fluffy white man that was one of the producers in the box the whole time? Sitting up there talking about because he made sure that your wife had good cancer treatments 24 years ago. That means we're supposed to act like he still wasn't the man that did all of this terrible stuff to people over the years. Overworking them men, making them prove loyalty to him only for him to really throw them away when they were no longer, financially advantageous for him. Y'all got to know that people that do fucked up stuff know that they have to go and do good things in order to offset it. That's the thought process. Why do you think Bill Cosby gave so much money to all of those colleges and institutions and shit? Not just a tax write-off, sweetheart, but that's a part of it. Child, they said, according to the insider, Diddy is capable of a lot, much more than people think, even now. Somebody said that man ain't bothering nobody. Girl, how do you know? And that's what I'm talking about. Why would you? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Oh my God, this man got condos in y'all head. Are you okay? Do you hear the mindset that y'all have? Do you know how stupid you have to be in order for somebody to put out a warning? Hey, this person is still very dangerous. And y'all in the comments who have no information on it whatsoever, have no idea what the fuck y'all talking about, making comments talking about, oh my God, this man got condos in y'all head. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He does right now while we on this blog. Yeah. Girl, the lights are on and we're home. What's going on, Sean? What's going on? If he was so powerful, he would have gotten bail the first time. Let me tell you something. Not being able to make the judge change his mind about letting you out of jail doesn't mean you don't have people who you can call to exact your revenge or whatever you would like to happen because they have a blind loyalty to you. People like Diddy have people who are blindly loyal to them. They do. They do. That's why I was pointing out with the WWE shit. Yeah, Vince McMahon was obviously financially supporting a lot of those fighters, which is why they support him and lie on his behalf, even when they're about to tell you a story about how he dogged them out. They're all like, I'll be loyal to Vince for the rest of my life. He's like a father to me. And yeah, you know, I broke my back and he didn't want to give me severance pay and then he fired me. Like, it is crazy to me how they will cut their nose off to spite their face. And that's why I say it's not just about money. It is a mental thing. It is a mental thing. It is how people think. That's why all of y'all's comments on some of these hot button issues is so bothersome because it showcases the mentality you have. And some of y'all may not be able to back that up to a real life scenario where your fucked up mentality is going to get somebody hurt, but I can. I can, girl. People's allegiance to people like Diddy, Vince McMahon is why so many people are able to be hurt. Even the people who are loyal to them are being hurt. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. I said what the fuck I said. We was talking about Diddy. Okay, Janice. Thank you for coming to the front, Janice. We appreciate it. Janice Combs. Girl, that is a hell of a madam lady name. Okay, it's definitely giving madam. It's definitely give I so cooch, and it probably wasn't mine. Is what it's giving. Okay. So I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. Ma'am, there's a video of your son barely holding a towel over his penis, kicking a girl in the back of the head like a goddamn rag doll. He dog walked her in the hallway of a hotel. And she was trying to leave. And he stopped her from leaving. Then he hit her and dragged her back to the room. He dragged her on the floor like a goddamn suitcase, dragged her along the floor back into the room, even though she was trying to leave. So I don't know what narrative created out of lies you're referring to, but if we can just use what we've seen on camera alone, it's enough. Girl, we won't even get into the things we know have probably taken place based off of what we know about Diddy. Y'all, you know what's crazy to me? This was crazy. It's been years of Diddy doing interviews with people and obviously making other grown-ass men uncomfortable. Obviously coming on to them. obviously making men who will punch the teeth out of their old lady's mouth, that will pull a pistol on their father-in-law. Fabulous. I hate to bring it up, but Fabulous is somebody who, if you will knock the teeth out of your old lady's mouth and pull a gun on your father-in-law, I would suppose that you a street nigga that's not gonna let somebody punk you, right? That's what I would assume. But when Diddy comes around, you sit there, you stiffen up, and you say nothing. You say nothing. And I'm not blaming you for being smart and being quiet so you don't get hurt, but that's some bitch ass shit. That's some bitch ass shit. But I need for y'all to pay attention to the fact that grown ass men would have a scared, freeze, quiet response to this man. Why are y'all not paying attention to that? That was weird back then. It's definitely weird now. Calling niggas daddy and stuff. If they wasn't scared of him, they'd have cursed him out or tried to fight him. But what did they do? Act like straight hoes about it. I don't begrudge you, but I also don't like the fact that y'all question the women to the point that the women were supposed to be braver than these grown-ass men that are on camera, on live streams, in front of a whole bunch of other niggas. You got a whole bunch of people in this room that, you know, you could be like, man, y'all really gonna let this nigga talk to me like this, man? This nigga wilding. Not one of you in a bunch. Everybody quiet as a church mouse. Grown men. Quiet, not saying nothing, letting this man punk them. And y'all really think he wasn't doing the same thing to Justin Bieber, who he's literally on camera doing the same thing with? Notice the pattern of behavior, people. That's all I'm saying. Notice when somebody's being a creep. They're not joking. They're a creep, and they're being a creep. Creep. Back to the lies. So Janice said, and let's be very clear, y'all know I think Janice is mostly to blame for the monster that we see before us, because I feel like you must have done something. I do. Sean Combs, okay. She says, to bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son, I'm gonna need for y'all to stop. A public lynching? How so? How is this a public lynching? How? What does that mean? This is a rich man that has been committing crimes against people for decades, finally being brought to justice. Why do y'all infantilize and make victims out of perpetrators who are finally being held accountable for their actions against other people? It's crazy. It is crazy. She said, like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. Ma'am, he has already got online before and told us that it was all a lie and it was a money grab. And then he paid the $30 million and a video came out. We heard him. He lied. That's why we can't believe nothing else he said, because he lied the first time. I am not here to portray my son as perfect, because he's not. Oh, you're not? Oh, you're not? Oh, you're not? Okay. He has made mistakes in his past as well as we all have. Girl, I can tell you what I know a lot of us have not done. I can tell you I know what a lot of us have not done. Girl. Rhymes with grape. I know a lot. Listen, I know a lot of us who have not done that to anybody. What are you talking about? My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when a hotel surveillance show otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story. Okay, so the people that have watched Mr. McMahon, do y'all wonder about him and his daughter? Y'all. So if anybody used to watch, and y'all gotta fuck with me, right? This is the live today. If you watched the WWE, WWF back in the day, once Mr. McMahon started doing all of those skits. There was a skit that he wanted to do with his daughter. First of all, one of the very first skits with his daughter was them pretending as if she had been drugged and assaulted and like basically married Triple H while she was drugged. That wasn't real. Her and Triple H eventually get married. They're actually together. Everybody knows they run the company now. But still, this is something that a man was willing to do when it came to his daughter. Now, they've been blurring the lines when it comes to wrestling for years. That's what they do. They take truths, blur it, that type of stuff. During the documentary, they asked Vince McMahon's daughter, is there ever a skit that your dad wanted to do that you didn't want to do? And she said, yes, but I won't say it. They cut the camera to Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon says, y'all, my mouth, says, yeah, there was a skit I wanted her to do where basically, she acts as if, she's pregnant and the baby could possibly be mine. Can y'all please explain to me why anybody would think that was entertaining or something you should do to pretend as if you impregnated your daughter? Why would you want to do that? And see, here's the thing. People love to act like, oh, it's just a character. That's not really who they are. That's cap. People who are who they show themselves to be. And let's not forget how Donald Trump was very much a part of that. Donald Trump went on to WWE and did a whole little skit with Vince McMahon. They were very much cool, very much had a lot in common. People that know how to blur the truth and blur a lie well enough for you to be questioning your own sense of self, when at the end of the day, they just played in your face and insinuated that they would hunch their daughter. Now, let me tell y'all something. Before we got to the end of that documentary, I said, I saw that Linda is a part of Trump's cabinet. I saw that. His daughter. I said, oh, it's the daughter. When he first had to step down from the WWE and he didn't really want to, I said, oh, it's that daughter. It's because she had the evidence on him. It's giving, you go to dad and you're like, Dad, you've been doing all of this. I've been protecting you. I can't take it anymore. I want to be in control. Step down. Or I'm going to put this out. Or I put it out and then make you step down. However it happens. I was right. It was the daughter. Because as soon as he came back, she resigned. She said, I will not work there at the same time as him. And this is the one that was by his side the whole time, that stayed, that worked through everything. Let him do all of those skits with her, fight her before her wedding. Like, just the most fucked up, degenerate stuff that they could make up, they did on that show. They did on WWE. Now the daughter is a stockholder. And Triple H runs things. Yeah. And Triple H is still married to the daughter. And now Vince McMahon can't even be involved in anything because he was accused of trafficking one of his little girlfriends. Somebody who I believe he didn't, like, she said the relationship was not consensual. She wanted to work for him. And then all of a sudden she becomes a part of somebody's contract. There's a wrestler who he basically wrote it through text message that if you sign the contract, she's a part of the deal and she'll do whatever I tell her to do. So now he's also being investigated for trafficking. Oh, did I forget to mention that Vince McMahon also said in a Playboy interview that his mom molested him? So now let's get back into Diddy's mom. Okay. Where was I? Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. Girl, what truth? This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used the decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. But ma'am, he's on videotape beating her and dragging her back to a hotel room where freak off was taking place. How can you say that whatever the truth was, it wasn't what we think it is? It's too complicated. What do you mean? If you're going to accuse Cassie of something, just come out and accuse her of it. Don't talk around it. Don't insinuate it. Say it. Because that's what she did. She said it and she showed evidence of it. Don't insinuate shit. And that's what you're doing. That's why I can't stand when y'all don't recognize when people are trying to manipulate y'all. Y'all really don't be recognizing it. And then I pointed out and now you mad at me. Anyway, it is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongly convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them, not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what that society considers to be a good person. Ma'am, everybody thought that Puffy was a good person up until recently, for the most part. For the most part, when BT was honoring and all of that, that is the community at large honoring a person. So if your son has been highly decorated, celebrated, and awarded, how can you sit up here and say that this is happening because he doesn't fit the image of what a good person is? Girl, what are you talking about? History has showed us how individuals can be wrongly convicted. Oh, thank you so much for dog whistling to racism. If you're not going to do shit, dog whistle to racism so we can all remember the times that Black people have been mistreated in a criminal justice system, as if your son is not clearly outside of that as a rich celebrity who has evaded justice since 1991. Now, a lot of us have been heard about Diddy, but y'all know what I mean. The world at large was still, like recognizing him as, hip hop mogul and all of that shit. Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before okay, I'm not about to keep doing this. But what I will say that really, really annoys me, nobody is laughing at Diddy's downfall because we want him. Girl, are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? It's more like this person is a monster. This person abused all these people and got away with it. And now finally, retribution. That's what feels good to people. For somebody that's been getting away with harming people for so long, actually being brought to justice. That is what people are rejoicing in. Nobody wanted to see this happen to Diddy. Are you crazy? You sound stupid. You sound dumb. A lot of y'all that think this way, y'all sound dumb. If y'all think we wanted this, like me personally, who is a huge fan of Diddy, Bill Cosby, and Robert Kelly. I'm a huge fan. And when I say huge fan, I mean my daddy loved the Cosby Show. I've seen many of many of Cosby's old 70s movies because I liked him so much. My dad used to have his comedy on record tapes. Huge Bill Cosby fan. Definitely was one of them people that felt like, oh, they lying on him. Once you actually start to look into things, you recognize, no, they're not. Powerful men usually take advantage of women. Girl, broke men take advantage of women. That's how you become a madam. That's how your baby daddy husband was a pimp. Because people always find a way to take advantage of women. Duh. That's what everybody's doing. So when you're rich, you can do it at a whole nother level. Just what happens most of the time. So it's very, very annoying. I'm not even about to finish reading all that because that shit worked on my nerves. Like, what you talking about, bro? All right, so let me piss y'all off again before we get to Chloe and DDG. We'll end with that.
In that theory about, the corporations. Listen, I could be totally wrong. I don't think that there's too many people that are important enough for a corporation to want to do all this to.
Yeah.
There's only one person, and I really mean this when I say this, and I know this is great conspiracy theory. There's only one person I believe in Hollywood who people conspired to actually take down.
Who?
I'm talking about a mass conspire. Anytime they take you down, it's people conspiring. But it's usually because you did some shit.
Yeah.
But I think that there's one person who they really took down because he had too much power, and I believe that person was Michael Jackson.
Wow.
I truly believe that. And the reason I believe that is because you can look into the story. We had Deion Cole on Breakfast Club today. Deion Cole told us a story about how he got high with Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney told him, Paul McCartney and Michael used to be real cool. Paul was telling Michael, like, yo, you got to get your business together. You got to get your business right. He told him about the publishing game.
He bought the Beatles publishing.
Michael ended up getting so big that he bought the Beatles publishing. The Beatles publishing was worth so much that literally Sony gave Michael Jackson half of their publishing company just to own the Beatles catalog. So whenever you used to see, look it up. Whenever you used to see Sony ATV, that was Sony, and ATV was Michael Jackson's publishing company, right? Imagine how powerful a black man is when he owns half of or majority of the music industry's publishing. And in some cases was even giving publishing back to some of the artists. He gave Little Richard his publishing back. I don't know how many people he did that to, but he gave Little Richard his publishing back. Look, in 2016, and this was 2016, Sony paid $750 million to acquire Michael Jackson's, 50% stake in Sony ATV Music Publishing, a joint venture that Jackson and Sony formed in 1995. This made Sony the sole owner of the world's largest music publishing company. I believe, this is all conspiracy theory. It's brilliant idiots, by the way. We just talking, this podcast. I believe that Michael Jackson had too much power in the music industry, had too much control over the most valuable asset in music, which is people's publishing. And I believe they had to take him out because of it. Smear his name, eventually get him up out of here. In 2016, they got it back for way cheaper than they probably would have paid if he was still alive. He's the one motherfuckers talk about Bill Cosby trying to buy NBC and, nah. He's the one person I believe in entertainment. Mind you, I said the entertainment industry. Conspiracies happen all the time in other industries that actually really matter.
Yeah.
But the entertainment industry, he's the one person I believe actually they ruined it. They killed his reputation and ultimately killed him.
Is it really appropriate for a 44-year-old man to share a bedroom with a child who is not related to him at all? That's a beautiful thing. That's not a worrying thing? Why should it be worrying? Who's the criminal? Who's Jack the Ripper in the room? This is a guy trying to help heal a child. I'm sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor. I gave him the bed because he has a brother named Star. So him and Star took the bed, and I'm on the floor in the sleeping bag. Did you ever sleep in the bed with them? No. But I have slept in the bed with many children. When Macaulay Culkin were little, Kieran Culkin would sleep on this side, Macaulay Culkin's on this side, his sister's in there. We're all just jamming the bed. And we'd wake up like dawn and go in the hot air balloon. It's just not right, Michael. It's very right. It's very loving. That's what the world needs now. More love. But
what is a 36-year-old man doing sleeping with a 12-year-old boy, or a series of them, right? Okay, when you say boys, it's not just boys, and I've never invited just boys to come in my room. Come on, that's ridiculous. And that's a ridiculous question. But since people want to hear it, the answer, I'll be happy to answer it. I have never invited anyone into my bed ever. Children love me, I love them. They follow me, they want to be with me.
I've seen these children, they don't let him go to the bathroom without running in there with him. They won't let him out of their sight. So when he jumps in the bed, I'm even out. They jump in the bed with him.
What is a 36-year-old man?
Yeah, you're right. They smeared his name. They smeared his name, girl. They lied on him. Okay. Okay. But I will say to you what I remember saying to people when Michael Jackson was alive. Let him babysit your fucking kids then. With this type of mentality. With this type of mentality. And there were people who, oh, it's because he was a child. He never got a chance to have a childhood. Michael Jackson was extremely rich and able to do whatever he wanted to do. Whatever he wanted to do. Creating a home that was basically a theme park. He was able to be a kid as an adult by doing whatever he wanted to do. So you can't tell me that somebody that was a shrewd businessman, very much a fucking adult when it came to buying up everybody's publishing, you can't tell me that that's normal for him to feel like what he said out of his mouth 10 years apart. This interview was when he was 30-something. The first clip I showed you was when he was 40-something. His mindset had not changed. What people kept telling him, stop hanging with the damn kids, Mike. You are 30-something years old. You can't be friends with a 13-year-old, Mike. Stop. And do you know what Mike kept doing? Kept hanging around kids. And then he'll mention the famous kids who we all know will say nothing happened. But if you're going to act like this is normal, if you're going to act like you shouldn't have any issue whatsoever with a man having the mindset that adult men should be sleeping in a bed with children, that's love. And there's nothing wrong with that. If y'all think that that's cool, more power to you, baby. But I want you to know that's not innocence. That's not, no, baby. That's not innocence. It's not. Hold up. There's one more thing. Where is the Emmanuel Lewis one? A lot of y'all don't know what grooming is as well. That's another thing. People don't know what grooming is. They don't know Michael Jackson had the ability to groom adults as well as their children by buying them gifts, buying them homes, buying people's publishing, giving it back to them. Y'all really got to understand sometimes when people do good things, when people do good things, when people do good things, it's because they want to cover up bad things. So somebody was like, please tell me that this photo isn't real. It's real from what I understand. And Peter Pan was the villain. So you got Peter Pan, you got the Diddler, you got the Pied Piper. Are there any other fairy tale names for these people y'all want to come up with? That's another thing. Thank you so much, Dion, for saying that. I'm trying to heal kids. How the fuck is you sleeping in the bed with somebody's kid healing them? Listen. I just had questions. Okay? I just had questions. Y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe, baby. I just had questions. So let's hop and skip. Michael Jackson is in the news again because his former wife and the mother to the children that we're wondering how they could possibly be genetically connected to him and come out with no melanin whatsoever. When we know that Michael Jackson either bleaching his skin or having vitiligo would not affect his genetics. So his children would still have been expected to come out looking black in some way. So I really want to understand whatever happened between him and Lisa Marie Presley. But girl, Lisa Marie Presley said that Michael Jackson was a virgin when they got together, and she was 25 and he was 35. Just because someone is mentally stunted does not mean they're not acting as an adult in their adulthood. Stop that, y'all. When y'all talk about, oh, he stopped growing at a certain age, please stop that, y'all. Please stop that. Please stop that. That man was a very much full-on fucking adult when it came to all of his business practices. He was a shrewd businessman. You can't be a shrewd businessman in real life and then flip that shit and turn into a fucking child when somebody asks you, why do you think it's okay to be in a bed with children that's not your own? Now all of a sudden he a kid. I need y'all to wake up. I need y'all to wake up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there are people online that feel like it was much younger than 19. I'm not sure about that. So, you know. But what I will say is a lot of times when grown-ass men don't have sex with women, even when it's like all over the place and at they dispose, you know, they can get it however they want to get it and they don't get it because they're getting something. Whatever that something may be. I don't know. But let's go ahead and move on, girl. I want to move on. All right. Where do we start with DDG and Chloe? DDG and Chloe.
But Joe Budden. We gotta get into that, man. We gotta get into.
Okay, so first of all, before we get into this, I told y'all that DDG and Chloe was broken up before the Usher Cherry situation. I guess something happened. People were saying things to DDG, so DDG decided to post saying that he and Halle had broken up. And then there was something with a close friends that came out and kind of said her head was trash. And he said, that's not true. That's not real. I don't even use close friends. But these people broke up. So this is me. Okay. If you're just now following me and you have not heard me talk about these people several times, let me explain to you how I felt about them from the beginning. First of all, I felt like they were both annoying me. Because she is my man. Y'all not gonna tell me nothing about my man. And he was kind of doing shit to embarrass her on the internet early on. Right? I didn't tap in until he put that song out when she was doing The Little Mermaid. And in the song, he basically talks about being jealous of her and questioning about what she's doing with her, the guy she was playing in the movie with, that was Eric, right? All of that shit happened. Then she pops up pregnant. She's trying to hide the pregnancy. She's not telling us about the pregnancy. She hasn't spoke on it. But we keep getting little sneaks here and there that she's pregnant from him. First, he posted an April Fool's with a sonogram. That was a real sonogram. It wasn't April Fool's. Okay? Then that screenshot, or really being on live as she walks through the house, of course, people was going to screen grab that shit and be like, hey, she pregnant. He was using that as a way to bring people to him because that's what he does. When you're a content creator and you make content out of your life like that, you have to bring people in. So I feel like Halle wanted to have her shit private, but he exploited it because that's how he makes his money. It's also a control mechanism as well. Dude, go against her will. It's a thing that dudes will do. Like, she wanted it to stay private, and he's like, it's in my best interest not, so I'm going to ignore what you're saying, and I'm going to, do things to put the pregnancy out there in front of everybody. Right? Right? Okay. So for me, I just felt like, girl, he trying to sabotage you. This is one of them situations where because he is successful and you're successful, but you're more successful, he's going to try to sabotage you because in our society, men are supposed to be the more powerful. They're supposed to be the richer. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's not filling that role with you, that is going to be bothersome to him. And he's going to show it in the way he treats you. It's going to be passive aggressive. And he will get you pregnant to sit your ass down somewhere. So you can't do as much. So you can't work as hard. And also, so he can always have access to you because he will be able to pull on your heartstrings by way of your baby that you have with him. That's how this works every day, regular fucking life. I saw it at the beginning and I said it. Y'all was mad. Leave them people alone. They happy. Girl, Lorenz Tate and Rain on Me video.
That nigga right there. Man.
We got to get into that. You know how this works, Joe Budden. So I don't want to cuss too much, and say what I really want to say. But you don't really know who you talking to for real. And I don't even come on here on no, like, I ain't coming on here to say I'm gonna whoop your ass. I will.
Are y'all really gonna be hung up on the long A versus the short A? Holly, Haley, whatever the fuck feels good for my mouth to say. That's how I'm gonna say it. And I really say it like that because it rhymes with her last name, Halle Bailey. I don't know why, but I always want to say Halle Bailey. I can say Halle Berry. Halle Berry came first. Yeah, I can say Halle Berry. I know that's how her name is pronounced. I didn't know Haley like that. I hadn't heard nobody pronounce her name when I started calling her Halle Bailey. It's because it rhymes, bitch. That's why. Leave me alone about it.
Will, don't get it fucked up. I'll beat the shit out of you. But I ain't coming on here to say that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm coming on here to say you talking to a real social media legend. You talking to a real, like, somebody that put their family in position to win, somebody that motivated your kids.
How tall is he for him to be talking this Cash Money shit about Joe Budden?
Motivated your family, your nieces and nephews, somebody that entertained them for years, somebody that really put a stamp on some shit. In music, I got way more accolades than you in music, and I'm doing way better than you in life in general. And I'm 26. And you're 44. 44. I looked up. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not really mad.
I ain't gonna
44.
lie. I didn't know who Joe Budden was until he sat next to academics.
I ain't know who Joe Budden was till the Migos down there. You know what they did to him. Everybody know what the Migos did. That was
And we didn't know about you until her. And we damn sure didn't know about academics until he was on a podcast with Joe Budden. I'm honestly weirded out by the way you're acting as if Teddy Grahams was more famous than Joe Budden. And I don't even really like Joe Budden like that. But what planet are you living on?
the most I know about Joe Budden. And then when I looked him up today, I ain't know he made the pumping song. Like, yo, come on, man. That's what you
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
tell yo
I
people.
was
Hey,
in the
bro,
car.
I'm that nigga.
No,
I
no, no.
made pumping.
No. I don't know what label he was signed to. They had that bitch on the radio, but you know where they had it at the most? Where? The trampoline parks. That's the only place I know you from. Because I used to go to the trampoline parks and they used to play Pump It Up.
No.
Oh my God. And he got
a cheerleader song.
Cheerleader
He
song.
made a cheerleader song. They're like, come on, like.
Do y'all know DDG's music? This is a solid question. I don't even like Joe Budden. Do we know DDG's music or something like that? Like, the comparison is weird because I feel like, dude, I hope you know we only know about you because of your old lady. Like, I know there are a lot of y'all YouTubers, a lot of y'all youngins who know him, but like, as a 30-something-year-old person, I did not know about DDG until Halle Bailey. Okay, I didn't, baby. I'm sorry. And there are a lot of YouTubers that are doing much better than me. I don't know them. They don't know me. That's fine. But in the world of entertainment, girl, for you to be sitting up here acting like we supposed to know who you are, but we don't know who Joe Budden is, that's kind of crazy, especially considering the fact you don't even know how Joe Budden paved the way for you. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about how you paved? Nigga, you didn't pave the way for a motherfucking thing. Joe Budden and Safaree was one of the first couples to put their relationship on blast on YouTube. You so young and don't know nothing that I bet you don't even know that. You don't even know that one of the first instances of people putting their relationship on blast on YouTube through vlogs was Joe Budden and Safaree, my nigga. He paved the way for you. That's crazy as fuck for you to be sitting up there running your mouth like that and you don't even know your YouTube history, nigga. That's crazy.
It up.
Like, you be dancing to that motherfucker with what?
It up. It went gold in 20 years. 20 years? It took you 20 years to go gold?
Wait, what that mean?
Nigga don't even know what it means.
To get a gold record, you got to sell 500,000 copies, right? Mind you, just to put it in perspective, I got 3 gold records and 1 double platinum. And I'm nowhere. This man is old enough to be.
Are you comparing your streams to his like CD sales? I think we all know it was much harder to do that back in the day than it is now, right? Like, people literally had to go to a store and buy the tape, buy the CD. And they had to have a CD player, bitch. Like, nowadays, everybody has a phone and you can just pull up your music on a streaming service. It's much easier to listen to music now than it used to be. So for you to even to compare those two things, talking about for perspective,
my uncle, my pops. Like, this is
We
an
call
old
it
man.
OG. He OG.
He ain't an OG to me. You ain't get no respect from me. But he like an old dude. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, when I see shit like that, I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. I looked up his accolades and it made me feel way better about myself. Because a lot of people be on me crazy. But these niggas ain't even got plaques. Like, this man has one plaque in his home. One plaque.
That's the only one you got?
The only one he got. He been waiting at the mailbox for 20 years to get a plaque,
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so I saw somebody in comment. He had every right to defend himself. Okay, so let's see. What did he say?
To my distinguished panel is a question I've been asking myself for quite some time. Who the fuck is DDG? and why am I supposed to care about his thoughts on anything?
He's a rapper?
Yeah. I'm happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this nigga's name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me, it's important to know people based off their own name and merit and what they have done. I don't even know enough about her. Like, I'm not her demo. Right. I'm not her demo either. But every time I see his name, it's attached to hers, and it's typically in some type of clout chaser fashion. So that makes me look at him a different way, and hopefully I get to look at him a lot less now that they've broken.
Well, she's extremely high profile. She's high profile.
They're so my distinguished panel is
Okay, so Joe Budden basically said he tired of seeing your
question
name
up.
attached to hers. He glad y'all broke up so that he don't have to see your name anymore because you're only attached to her. I mean, what are you defending yourself? Like, to me, you went all the way in simply because he said, I don't know you without being attached to that girl, and I'm tired of you only being in public because of her. Because I feel like, especially as a man, we should know who you are on your own. Is that what he's saying? Okay. Nigga got 30 years max of life left speaking on a relationship. Dude, what do you mean? How old are you? How old are you? How you gonna guess somebody's life expectancy? That's crazy. Speaking on a relationship of people that's the same age as your son. I hope you forget to take your magnesium pills today, you old bitch. Shut your bitch ass up and get some money. Your dinner table 2 feet away from the stove, little ass crib. We know this one song though. We don't know none of yours. Listen, I feel like DDG is just upset that everybody is kind of, taking the we glad y'all broke up approach to all of this.
People feel like I didn't belong in like the industry or the music industry and this and that. That's what I feel like, especially me being with Halle. She's a superstar. She's the greatest ever. Being around her, I feel like it made a lot of people side-eye me because they had already had, she's a princess. So they already had their mind set up about her, and they look at me and I don't fit that image.
To me, sir, I didn't care nothing about this until you introduced that lady to Krishan and Blueface. And that was where I was just like, maybe not such a good decision.
But it's cool. It's a reason why she stayed with me. It's a reason why we had a child together. It's a reason why all of this happened. Like, me and Halle are forever family. Forever.
And he's saying that out of spite. Much like when Offset told Cardi B, I won because you my baby mama, girl.
I will Swiss cheese your granny. I don't care if she's 100. I will Swiss cheese your granny over Halle. And that's just what
does that mean? What is Swiss cheese your granny? Oh, what does that mean?
it is. That's called family. So, I feel like people should keep that in their head when they talk about us. You talking about our family. You need to relax.
This is not like
I'm not just no random nigga. I'm not just no random nigga. And I feel like y'all don't consider that at all. If I'm hurting, that can be hurting my baby that you love so much.
Oh, that's a dangerous thought process right there. That's a dangerous part. What did I just tell y'all about how they will basically, put holes in it? Okay. So you're threatening to shoot people's grandmothers. Got it. Remember, I just said, what did I just say? What did I just say about the mentality of they will use your children against you, pulling on your heartstrings as if they're, your child's well-being is directly affected to the fathers? Not necessarily. And we've learned that based off of all of the years of a lot of men not really being in their child's lives and the children doing very well regardless.
So I feel like a lot of people forget that,
Yeah. When two parents is going through something like this, it's just like this.
But y'all also do a lot of shit to gaslight the public. Like, that's another thing I want to say. Like, I understand what he's talking about. I do. But I also feel like ultimately, sir, you do a lot of things to get negative engagement. And then when you get the negative engagement, you're like, y'all are not thinking about my mental health. It's like, are you thinking about your mental health?
This is something that, he let y'all know or somebody let y'all know, but that don't mean that y'all supposed to be going crazy, all in and like going crazy. Like, this is not normal. Like, this is baby mama, baby daddy type stuff. We gonna see each other probably tomorrow and next week.
So that mean we gotta like you? What that mean?
Next month, whatever. We always gonna see each other. Like, they ain't really broken up. Like, they broken up, but in life, they gonna be together forever. Like, they always gonna have a connection. Like, me and my baby mama, even though we broken up, we ain't gonna be together, but we always gotta see each other because I got a daughter with her. Like, I need to get my daughter from her.
And so what does that mean as it pertains to the public? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. What that means nothing. That means nothing to us, girl. Like, so what?
Like, and I'm kind of thinking he might have met somebody already, or he's ready to start dating, and he's just trying to avoid.
No, let me say that right now, y'all. I am not.
Oh, and I just want to be clear. I'm not defending Haley. I'm not defending Haley like in any way, shape, or forms, like to defend, her against him. Like, no, we were just telling you what we saw. And it sounds like he absolutely gave you a baby to humble you or to sit your ass down or to make sure he always has like a great equalizer with you, y'all's son. And in a way to control you through y'all's son. That's what it sounds like to me. And if that's what you wanted for yourself, congratulations, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Dating anyone. I don't have a potential girlfriend, nor do I even think about that whatsoever. I don't plan on getting into another relationship at all unless it's Halle. That's the only way. So I am not finna get a new girlfriend. I don't have the desire. I don't want multiple baby mamas. I don't want none of that. We taking a break, like I said. I'm finna go pick my son up right after this.
Okay. Be a good father.
Let me live my life.
Absolutely.
That's none of your business. But she look young, so that's type of comment.
Like, and I'm kind of thinking he might have met somebody already, or he's ready to start dating, and he's just trying.
Child, he keep talking about it. Like, this the third or fourth clip, ain't it? Like, how many times you gonna talk about it? You want us to leave it alone, nigga? Can you?
And I'm kind of thinking he might have met somebody already, or he's ready.
I don't want multiple baby. Okay, good. We glad you don't want to have multiple baby mamas. We don't want you to be out here impregnating the world like, weird ass nigga. Nick Cannon. Nick of the Canyon. Yes. Listen, them people might get back together. Y'all know y'all think that Cardi B and Offset was getting back together, but everybody saying that she was cheating. Then y'all said that Haley was cheating. Ain't nobody cheating on these niggas. Ain't nobody cheating on these niggas, man. Stop it. Cut it the fuck out. Where I want to go next? Girl, sitting up here arguing with these niggas. Oh, here you go. Cardi and them in a club together. They always end up in a club together. It looked like they're across the room from each other, but they always end up in the same clubs together. I bet you any money at some point they had to they have appearances where they supposed to be together and then they break up and nigga like, okay, we gonna need sections across the fucking club from each other because I'm not about to be in the same section with that nigga. You ain't say we had to be in the same section. Okay. Okay, there go Cardi. Where's Offset? And there's Offset. And there she go, being slightly drunk and twerking. And there go Offset, looking like a stalker. That better be that mad old lady where he had his hand on her ass just then. Y'all saw that the way that man put his hand on that lady's ass? Y'all, y'all, look. I don't think y'all go together. I don't think that lady know you. It still don't look like she was next to him, though. Oh, shots. Girl, we was hollering out that, off that tequila, off that Casamigos. Yeah, I don't see him next to her. What that mean? What that mean? Child, we was at the same place at the same time. Who cares? Yeah, I don't think they back together or nothing like that. I don't. Okay, hold up. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Okay, hold up. I did want to talk to y'all about this one. Okay, Sage the Gemini named in new police report accused of assaulting a woman at Chris Brown's home. Okay, y'all gonna keep ignoring these patterns. Okay, so the woman who went viral for accusing Sage the Gemini of assault has officially taken the issue to police. LAPD insider shared with TMZ she filed a report against the red-nosed rapper, real name Dominic Wynn-Woods, on Monday, accusing the 32-year-old of SA, telling a story that mirrored the details previously shared in the TikTok video. The victim said she connected with Sage via social media back in 2017, and that the rapper eventually invited her to a kickback at Chris Brown's home. She added that though she did briefly interact with Chris Brown, who required her to sign an NDA upon arrival, the under the influence artist was nowhere around when Sage allegedly AR'd her. It doesn't appear Sage has responded to being named in the police report at this time following the woman's viral video. However, he did seemingly react to her claims, writing on social media, "Only people she not lying to is the police, because they don't give out careers." So I guess once he said that, she was like, "Oh, so because I didn't go to the police, I'm not telling the truth? Bet." Stay right there. I'll be right back with the police, nigga. So she went and filed a report. Good for her. Good for her. Y'all, Sage Gemini is a producer, rapper, little known, but he's really just real close friends with Chris Brown, and they seem to enjoy possibly allegedly assaulting people together. Girl, who knows? Who knows? The stories that people tell. It's the original video.
Make this video, but it's time. They finally got Diddy. They finally got him. But the thing is, there's so many more men out there, just like Diddy, who are abusers, who use their fame to lure women in and abuse them. And I wanted to come on here to say that it is time to out every single abuser in the industry, every single one. They all need to be held accountable. And the thing is, I would be a hypocrite if I came on here and I was telling other women that they need to speak up if I'm unwilling to speak up. I was raped at Chris Brown's house by his friend, Sage the Gemini. Yes, I know. I should have never been at Chris Brown's house in the first place. This happened when I was 18 years old. I'm 26 now, as of today. And I should have never been there. But Sage the Gemini raped me at his house. Chris Brown raped me. I never thought that I would.
She said she accused Chris Brown too. Yup. I heard, that's what I heard. I heard they went together, but I don't know, girl. That's not my business. Okay. Okay, listen. I just talk about what's on the blogs, girl. I just talk about what's on the blogs. I think that's it. I think that's all I had for y'all. But yeah, no, y'all should definitely go and check out that WWE Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. And I believe there's another one that they came out with years ago that has had different seasons. That's not exclusively about Vince McMahon, but just about wrestling as a whole. And very seated, dark shit going on back up and through there. Okay. But yeah, y'all, be safe out here. specifically be safe in my comments, because it's real easy for y'all to talk shit with all of them paragraphs and comments and all of that, but you couldn't have that argument with me one-on-one, and you know it. Leticia Renee, thank you for being a member for 22 months. I'm sick of Umar and his concepts of a school. Miko, thank you for becoming a member again. Nappy to the root, thank you for being a member for 24 months. Bondy, you are such a gem. Continue to be gentle with yourself. You are a precious cargo. I'm going to watch the replay. Love you. Love you back. Thank you. I will, girl. Crystal, what's going on, my love? Thank you for being a member for 62 months. 1,565 people watching the video arguing in the comments but can't get 1,000 likes. What's your index finger? Wait, what? Your index fingers don't work? Like the video. Y'all really could like the video and stop hating on me like a soybean burger bitch, because that's what y'all do. And that's not cool. Stella Mac, thank you for the super chat. I can't listen to Ish no more. Why they do this? Girl, I don't know which one you're talking about, but thank you for the super chat. Oh no, that's Mo. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not the biggest fan of Joe, but Joe is the very foundation that is him. Joe is the original couple channel, the original podcast. He's delusional. Yes, I was just like, dude, not somebody that basically has done everything you've done before you. That's crazy. Miss Cookie, thank you for the super chat. Just adding to the collection play because you are preaching today, Bondy. Listen, I had to get up here. You know, when I get a real fire girl, I got to get up here and say what I need to say, because y'all playing with me. And the truth of the matter is, this is what I have a platform for. Okay, hello. So if you think playing with my Instagram gonna do something, it's not. Devin Marks, thank you for the super chat. I'm catching up, but I love when Bondy is activated. I'm sure you meant and passionate. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you feel that way, because people be trying to act like I shouldn't be emotional. Bitch, you not. Listen, leave me alone. I'm gonna be emotional about what I'm gonna be emotional about. Okay. 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 All right, y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And if there's stuff to talk, I don't know what I want to do another now that we're grown on. Can somebody throw some shit in the comments? Because I want to do another now that we're grown, but I think I might want to do it on Disney movies. I'm thinking I might kind of flip into that, because I've been watching that Once Upon a Time. Y'all remember Once Upon a Time back in the day, girl? Used to come on back in the day. I've been watching that. And it's just so stupid. Girl, it remind me of how like stupid that shit is. Like the way Belle was really about to do the most for Rumpelstiltskin. Like, remember when Belle in Rumpelstiltskin was supposed to be Beauty and the Beast? And so, she kissed him, I love you. And then you can't love me. No one can love me. And then he throws her into a dungeon and she's still like, I love you. And then the witch ended up putting her in jail, all because she was trying to get back at Rumpelstiltskin. Girl, that's so dumb. Like, that's so dumb. Y'all really be out here doing anything for a man, girl. Oh, God. I hope Erica De Niro made a video. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, Ever After with Drew Barrymore. That's my movie. I love that one. That's my favorite. It's my favorite Cinderella movie. Ever After. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.